So hi guys, and today we are going to discuss a very important topic. It is a realistic topic, and it is a geographical topic that we are going to discuss today. The topic, the topic is international trade. So we are going to know about the international trade. I'm going to speed. I'm going to be in a kind of decent pace so that we can cover whole chapter within this particular video, within this short video of 15-16 minutes. So okay, so international trade. What is international trade? See, the trade, the meaning of trade means voluntary exchange of goods and services. It is referred to as trade. Trade are of two levels. Okay, trade takes place at two levels: international level and national level. But why trade? What is the need for trade? See, a country prefer to trade to obtain the commodities that it cannot produce within the country, or it can produce that commodity within the country, but it can easily, it can cheaply, or it can easily import that particular commodity from other countries at a cheaper rate than the rate of, kind of, than the cost of production. Okay, so that is why trade is preferred. Okay, so the kind of initial trade was barter system. So barter system is still prevail in India, or not prevail, but it exists at some point, like John Beal Mela. John Beal Mela. It is a kind of fair that is organized in January, in the month of January, every month of January, in in a Jagi Jagi Road. Okay, Jagi Road. This is a place that is from 35 kilometer from Guwahati. Guwahati is in Assam. Okay, we are going to take important topic, not kind of little topics. So salary, do you know salary? Salary come from the word salarium, Latin word salarium, and it means kind of payment by salary, payment by salt. History of trade, history of international trade. See, in ancient time, long distance trades was not possible, because not it was possible, but it was very risky. That is why people prefer to, or the trade preferred, restricted to the local markets. Okay, the example of long distance trade routes in ancient times was Silk Route. Okay, from kind of Rome to China, and it was 6,000 kilometer distance route. Hmm? After the collapse of Roman Empire, the the European commerce kind of grew during 12th or 13th century. Hmm? Uh, 15th century was the period when colonization was started or began, and soon the Britain had conquered, kind of colonized many countries, and the Britishers, Dutch, Portuguese, Spanish, they just um, captured the African natives, and they transferred them transferred transferred transported them to Americas as laborers for plantation. So slave trade also began, and it was a profitable business. Okay, in Americas, England, but after 200 years, it was abolished. The slave trade was abolished in Denmark in 1792, followed by, I mean, then after that, in Britain at 1807, and after that in US 1808. Okay. So industrial revolution has begun in 1760s somewhat, and the collapse of Roman Empire was about 476 476 AD. Hmm? Okay. Okay, during the World War First and World War Second, the countries had used the trade barriers or quantitative restriction for the first time, very first time, and then after an organization, the countries came together and made an organization that was named GATT, yani GATT, which means global, which standard for which stands for Global sorry, General Agreement for Tariffs and Trade. It was established in 1948 and it was transformed as WTO, World Trade Organization, 1995, 1 January 1995. So why does international trade exist? There are so many reasons. There are sorry, comparative significance, ठीक comparative advantages, beneficial to uh, you know different countries, or specialization in production. Every country is specialized in some certain products, and international trade is the basis for international organization, international economic organization, world's economic organizations. Okay. And It is the basis for foreign policy of the nations. See, so basis of trade, basis of international trade. See, so there are five bases we are going to discuss. Basis of international trade: the differences in the national resources. Every country is every country, every nation has different types of resources based on geographical factors, climate, and minerals available. Hmm? Then we come to factor population factor, cultural factors, or the size of the population. The size of the population, if it is large, then it provide, it the large population have large demand. So the production, the production is the production, it consumed, the consumption of product can possible in within the country itself, and there is less exports because the the product are being consumed within the country because of the large population. And if we talk about the kind of cultural factors, so cultural factor, every country has its culture. Every country is specialized in some particular artifact, like China is specialized in, or it is famous for its barcodes, barcodes, brocades, okay, porcelains. And Iran is famous for its carpets. Hmm? That's why. Then we come to the kind of stage of economic development. Every country, is in different stage of economic development. Some are industrialized nation, developed nation. Some are agricultural or developing nation, agricultural nation. So they exchange goods with with each other. Then we come to the extent of foreign investment. The more foreign investment if a country is getting, the more kind of boost is getting it can the more investment would boost the industrial domestic industries. Okay. And it will develop them. Then we come to the kind of transportation. Better transportation facilities provide better kind of means, so that the goods can be transported to different parts of the world or different parts of the region. And uh, there has been a kind of development of air routes, different means of transport, and that too had led to the development of the transportation and international trade. Okay, then we come to balance of trade. See, balance of trade means balance of trade records the volume of goods and services imported as well as exported by a country. Balance of trade are of two types: negative or unfavorable balance of trade, positive and favorable balance of trade. See, positive balance of trade means when your uh, exports are in greater than your imports, and negative is when your imports are greater than your export. When you have negative balance of trade, which means that you are spending more on buying, and it will lead to uh, kind of exhausting, and it is exhausting your financial reserve. Okay, then we come to the types of trade. Okay, in types of international trade, there are bilateral trades and multilateral trades. When two countries trade with each other, it is called bilateral trade. When more countries, a group of countries, or even a single country trades with so many countries, it is called multilateral trade. And kind of Hmm. A particular country can be very much favorable for other countries. It becomes the attractive destination. Like China has become the destination for foreign investment. Every country wants to trade with China, and these type of country got the kind of you know, the term uh, is associated with these type of countries. These are the term is the most favorable nation. Hmm? Okay. So case for free trade, open economies. Free trade means liberalizing the economy. Let the other countries come and sell their product into your country's market, into domestic market. But it can lead to the deterioration of the domestic market because of dumping problem. Dumping. What is dumping? So it is a practice of selling commodities or selling products in the foreign market lower than at a price lower than the price of domestic markets. Okay, it leads to kind of it prevents the development of domestic industries, because the goods are cheaper and better in qualities. But developing countries cannot afford good quality product at cheaper rates. That is why when kind of other goods come from countries, people prefer to buy them, and they don't prefer to buy from domestic companies or domestic industries. This leads to deterioration of the or this prevents or this put a check on development of the domestic industries. Okay, World Trade Organization, it is a international body. Okay, it makes rules and regulation for international trade. It resolve disputes between other countries on the basis of trade and kind of um, on base of trade and transport, uh, trade and business. And it also provide services facilities like banking, telecommunication. And the World Trade Organization is also criticized because uh, kind of because of its inappropriate or kind of discriminatory policies. Countries, I mean, free trade is criticized because it is not favorable for the developing countries, but it is only favorable for the developed countries, because it provide market for developed countries. But on the other hand, the developing countries suffers because their domestic industries do not develop because of the competition, heavy competition of international market companies. Okay, then we talk about yeah, people. It is also argued that the issues of health, workers' right, child labors, and environmental issues are ignored in the organization. Okay, influential nations in WTO focus on their own commercial interests. WTO headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. Okay, it was transformed to WTO in 1 January 1995, and there were 164 members in 2016. Regional trade bloc. There are some regional countries, the countries that lie in a particular region. They just make an agreement uh, within with each other, and made in regional organization like ASEAN, EU, or SAARC, so that they can ensure the regional development, and they can kind of promote free trade among the member countries. Then we have concern related to international trade. See, international trades can have negative implications, like leads to dependencies. ओके, हम हिंदी में बात करते हैं कि भैया देखो क्या होता है कि कंसर्न इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड क्या होता है कि अपनी जो है किसी भी कंट्री की डिपेंडेंसी को बढ़ा सकता है, कि अगर भैया दूसरी जगह से वो अगर इम्पोर्ट कर रहा है तो उसकी डिपेंडेंसी तो हो गई ना उस कंट्री पर। बढ़िया। जो एमएनसीज होती हैं जो इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड की वजह से जो है लाई करती हैं दूसरे कंट्रीज़ में, वो ज़्यादा पॉल्यूशन करती हैं, एक्सप्लॉयटेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेज करती हैं। कभी कभी जो कमर्शियल की लड़ाई होती है, जो बिजनेस से रिलेटेड लड़ाई होती है, वो वॉर तक पहुंच जाती है, और अनइवन लेवल ऑफ डेवलपमेंट है, और जो है सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट के जो नॉर्म्स होते हैं उसे फॉलो नहीं करते हैं ये, ठीक है। बस प्रॉफिट मेकिंग के लिए करते हैं, एनवायरनमेंट की तो घंटा केयर नहीं करते। गेटवेज ऑफ इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड, देखो पोर्ट्स को कहते हैं गेटवेज ऑफ इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड। ये क्यों कहते हैं पोर्ट्स एंड हार्बर्स को गेटवेज ऑफ इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड, चीफ गेटवेज ऑफ इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड क्यों कहते हैं? कि देखो जो कार्गोज होते हैं और पैसेंजर होते हैं वो पोर्ट्स द्वारा ही जो है एक कंट्री से दूसरी कंट्री जाते हैं। मतलब उनके पास दूसरे तरीके भी हैं जैसे एयर ट्रांसपोर्ट, रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट, लेकिन ज़्यादातर पोर्ट्स के सहारे ही जाते हैं। कार्गो तो पोर्ट्स के सहारे ही आता है क्योंकि वो चीपर है, बहुत ज़्यादा चीप है। और बात करें कि जो पोर्ट होते हैं वो प्रोवाइड करते हैं डॉकिंग फैसिलिटी, लोडिंग फैसिलिटी, अनलोडिंग फैसिलिटी, स्टोरेज फैसिलिटी, और जो पोर्ट का जो अथॉरिटी होती है, पोर्ट अथॉरिटीज़ होती हैं वो मैनेज करती हैं नेविगेबल चैनल्स को मैनेज करती हैं, ठीक है। प्रोवाइड करती हैं मैनेजेरियल सर्विसेज, लेबर सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करती हैं, और जो है फेयर बार्जेस और जो टग्स को है वो अरेंज कराती हैं, ठीक है। इम्पॉर्टेंट किसी भी पोर्ट की इम्पोर्टेंस को कैसे जज कर सकते हैं कि उसके साइज़, मतलब कार्गो का साइज़ क्या है, और नंबर ऑफ़ शिप कितने आ रहे हैं उस पोर्ट्स पे, इस तरह से। तो भैया जो क्वांटिटी होती है कार्गो हैंडल, किसी भी पोर्ट, कोई भी पोर्ट जो है कार्गो हैंडल करता है, और जितने ज़्यादा वो कार्गो हैंडल करेगा उससे पता चलता है कि उसके हिंटरलैंड का डेवलपमेंट क्या लेवल है, उसके हिंटरलैंड का क्या डेवलपमेंट लेवल है। देखो टाइप्स ऑफ पोर्ट्स की बात करें तो हम जल्दी जल्दी बात करेंगे, ठीक है। टाइप्स ऑफ पोर्ट्स की अगर बात करें तो देखो 3 बेसिस होते हैं, कार्गो हैंडल और लोकेशन और स्पेशलाइज फंक्शन। तो इसके हिसाब से हमने जो है डिवाइड करे हैं पोर्ट्स को। तो कार्गो हैंडल के हिसाब से माना जाए तो इंडस्ट्रियल पोर्ट्स होते हैं। इंडस्ट्रियल पोर्ट्स मतलब जो स्पेशलाइज होते हैं बल्क कार्गो में, ठीक है। कमर्शियल पोर्ट्स होते हैं जो कि जनरल कार्गो में वो होते हैं, मतलब जनरल कार्गो और पैसेंजर को वो करते हैं, फैसिलिटीज़ देते हैं। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव पोर्ट की बात करें तो ये जनरल कार्गो और बल्क कार्गो को एक लार्ज वॉल्यूम में जो है हैंडल करते हैं, बल्क हम लोग हैंडल करते हैं, ठीक है। और जो है मोस्ट पोर्ट हैं वो कमर्शियल पोर्ट्स हैं वर्ल्ड के, ठीक है। इनलैंड पोर्ट की अगर बात करें तो ऑन द बेस ऑफ लोकेशन इनलैंड पोर्ट्स होते हैं और आउट पोर्ट्स होते हैं। इनलैंड पोर्ट्स की अगर बात करें तो ये समुद्र किनारे नहीं होते हैं, जबकि जो है अंदर की तरफ को होते हैं, थोड़ा किनारे किसी नदी और जो है कैनाल के सहारे अंदर तक जाते हैं। आउटपोर्ट की बात करें तो बाहर को होते हैं। अगर इनलाइन पोर्ट्स की अगर एग्जांपल्स की बात करें तो जो है अपना कोलकाता पोर्ट हो गया, मैनचेस्टर पोर्ट हो गया, इनलैंड पोर्ट। आउटपोर्ट्स की अगर हम बात करें तो एथेंस में है पीरा यूएस या पायरस जो भी बोलते हैं, PIRARUEUS, तो ये एक आउटपोर्ट है, ठीक है। ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ स्पेशलाइज फंक्शन की बात करें तो हमारे पास ऑयल पोर्ट्स होते हैं, ठीक है। ऑयल पोर्ट्स हो गए जहाँ ऑयल की वो हो रही है, माराकाइबो हो गया, ठीक है, त्रिपोली हो गया, और खीरा हो गया, ये सब हमारे जो है ऑयल पोर्ट्स हैं। और ऑयल पोर्ट्स में भी ये कौन से हैं? टैंकर पोर्ट। टैंकर पोर्ट के बाद आता है एक रिफाइनरी पोर्ट। तो एक एग्जांपल है अबाडन। अबाडन हमारा एक जो है पर्शियन गल्फ में है, ये एक वो है। पोर्ट्स ऑफ कॉल का मतलब ये जहाँ रास्ते में जो बीच में पड़ जाते हैं, रिफ्यूल के लिए बढ़ते हैं, ठीक है, ये सब होता है। तो ये एडन हो गया, होनोलुलु हो गया, सिंगापुर हो गया, ठीक है। फेरी पोर्ट्स की अगर बात करें तो भैया शॉर्ट डिस्टेंस के लिए आपस में एक दूसरे के सामने होते हैं, जैसे डोवर और कलाइस फ्रांस में, और डोवर इंग्लैंड में, इंग्लिश चैनल के किनारे। एंटरपोर्ट होते हैं, कलेक्शन सेंटर्स होते हैं, ये सिंगापुर हो गया, रॉटरडैम हो गया, कोपेनहेगन। नेवल पोर्ट्स और नेवल से रिलेटेड कोची और कारापुरम। बाय।